right, man. Let's talk about Frankie boy, Frank Martin, ducked the fade against Shakur Stevenson. I'm pretty sure everybody done got their licks in. I was watching the Alabama Texas game yesterday, which was Alabama quarterback, bruh. That dude he wasn't ready. Well, shout out to Quinn Ayers. He was throwing that thing. And Ohio State wish they would have kept him around. But shout out to Colorado yesterday too, by the way. Um, But yeah, I was shocked when I heard this news, man. It sounded like we had a deal. I mean, it was a lot of this different things going around, rumors going around about what he turned down and what happened. There were some comments, being made. Um, I do know Top Rank is a rumor out there that Top Rank is looking to cut the fat off the roster too. So they looking to get rid of, I think, 25 to 30, 45 fighters or something, whatever I said originally. So this was the original tweet that broke. Um, so before I really get my 2 cents, we just gonna look at everything that's put out there. And to be fair, we haven't heard from Frank Martin, so that's not fair to sit there and judge him. And we haven't heard from the man. And he might was promised something. I mean, we know Al Heyman made Peter Quillen turn down $1.4 million and give up his title. I think he allegedly gave him 500,000 not to do nothing. And Peter Quillen was never the same fighter. So it says Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin. I thought it was a joke. Fight for the vacant WBC lightweight title planned for November 16th in Vegas is off. Sources told ESPN. Now that was a Thursday for the Formula One. This comes days after WC first bid was canceled. After the organization was notified by both sides that the deal was reached. Top Rank sent the contract over to Martin's side, and the following day was told that was no longer interested in the fight. Sources said so. They let them drop the contract. That costs money, that costs time. They let them drop the contract and then turned around and say no, thank you. Um, they was never gonna take that fight, but that's you let me draw up the contract. Allegedly, it was $1 million. Now, like I said, we got to hear from their side. Maybe they was trying to get options on Frank Martin if he won. So we don't really know a whole side. We got one half a story. We're gonna talk about Todd duBoef comments. So we really don't freaking know only a half of the story. Now I look bad, especially when you don't come out here and say nothing. But then again, some people don't feel the right to need to explain themselves. Frank kind of come off like that. Like he don't need the right to sit there and explain shit. That's how I be feeling. People be like, oh, don't you want to defend yourself and blase this, blase that, man. I don't be, man. I don't really be feeling the need to say what you want to say about me. I don't care. If it get that greasy, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I really don't be caring no more, dude, because when people get to saying stuff, I mean, I don't feel the need to I have to defend it. When people do shit, do me dirty, I don't feel the need to air you out at all, bro. I just separate. I blame myself. I blame myself. Um, just tell myself, okay, next time, this is what I gotta look out for. Next time I gotta be better at this. Um, you know, next time I gotta learn from this experience and get better. That's how I approach shit. Honestly. That's exactly how I approach stuff. So when somebody get down on me or somebody do me dirty, whatever, dude, they won't even fucking know. Like I'm mad or whatever. I'm not about to argue with you, yell at you, scream at you, bitch, and complain with you. I'm not gonna do that, bro. I'm just gonna separate. I'm just gonna separate. So I don't feel the need to explain myself to nobody, bro, unless it's fucking with my money. Now messing with that bottom line, then I feel like then at the end of the day, then you got to do what you got to do, and you got to jump out ahead of that. But that's my opinion on it. I'm not saying that y'all got to take the same approach that I'm taking. This is what I do. Silence is the deadly killer, bro. You know, I do that to my mom when she pissed me off all the time. I just won't say nothing. I won't say nothing. No point you keep telling motherfuckers shit, you know, time and time again, or motherfuckers know what, even if it's one time, motherfuckers know what they done did, bro. Motherfuckers know what they done did. You heard me? So shout out to BG for being free. But people know what they be doing, bro. Don't give nobody the benefit of the doubt when they shiesty with your ass. I don't trust a motherfucking soul, bro. Telling you. Only person I 100% trust is Miles, my dog. That's it. Or niggas will do any and everybody to do you dirty. Um, you know, disappointing. Frank Martin was set to make an excess of $1 million for the fight. For the fight, the deal was done. Top rankings were formed today. Martin no longer wanted it. A big 135-pound title fight off the table. I mean, people acting like this was Mayweather Pacquiao falling out for the 17,000th time. And I obviously understand the disappointment, but I think 95%, 98% of boxing fans was rolling with Shakur Stevenson. So basically, in a way, this was just a glorified tune-up. So did we really lose something big here? But anytime in boxing, especially we in the dead zone of boxing, anytime in boxing, dude, we in that dead period. Any content is good content. So I feel that any content is good content. So we did lose a really, really good fight. Um, because we need that content. We need that content, bro. Um, and down the stretch of the fall, they gonna start throwing out all crazy. They gonna start throwing out all crazy type of all crazy type of fights. And they gonna instead of having a fight every weekend in the summertime, um, you know, this is their remedy. It's the remedy like Hennessy. So that's just their answer, bro. So um but quite frankly, yeah, it's disappointing, you know. Um but you know, but I gotta hear Frank Martin's side, but it don't look good. Now some people think he was promised to Tank Davis fight, and guess what? That could be 100% true. That could be 100% true. So but Tank don't fight melanated people like that. Nate Jones, even though with sparring, said that Frank Martin got the best of him in sparring. So he definitely probably ain't fighting Frank Martin. And his fight that he gonna get promised, it probably for sure ain't gonna be a million. It probably ain't gonna be worth $1 million. He probably for sure ain't gonna make $1 million this next fight. But the thing about it is, it's gonna be a winnable fight. So he might get a $250,000. Maybe Al can do 350, $500,000 in the best case scenario. But it's a winnable fight. He can go on to make more money. They feel like they lose, it's over with. I can't make no more money. I got to start back from ground zero. But he may never touch $1 million in the fight again. But we don't know when they read that contract why they turned it down. Was it something in the contract? We can't just all take Top Rank side. Was it something in the contract? That's the $1 million question. Was it something in the contract? Was it something they like? But then when you got things in the contract, unless it's like super disrespectful to them, like some options, when you got things in the contract, then you negotiate. You negotiate. That's what you do. You negotiate. You go, okay, we don't like this. We don't like this. Oh, we need clarification on this. That's what you do. But apparently they didn't do that. And maybe they did in Top Rank, just telling half the story. Like, nah, we ain't willing to budge on that. And if that's the case, then that's the case. But we got to hear from their side of the deal. But apparently, if y'all had a deal, y'all had a deal. That's my thing about it. If y'all had a deal, y'all had a deal. But then again, a verbal agreement and then getting a written agreement or typed out, notarized agreement is totally different. It is totally different, and we all know it. So it might have been some things in the contract that they didn't like. So I only heard Town speak on this, but it might be some things in the contract that they ain't like. Okay. So that's one thing that we got to consider. So don't approach this as emotional and the fight is off. It's cool to have a little bit of emotion. But this dude trending on Twitter too, Frank Martin, by the way. So this the best promo this dude ever got. But what I will say is let's wait to see what they say. Was it something in the contract that they didn't like? Now, it was said that Frank Martin made 75K, anywhere from 75 to 100K. Um, his last fight. So, I mean, let's say it was 100K. So he would have made what? 10 times more. He'd have made 10 times more than he made in his previous fight. So, I mean, what more can I say? So this what this say if you can't see it because I can't zoom. So this is Todd duBoef from Dan Rayfield Substacks.com. This is what Todd duBoef had to say from Top Rank. It's Bob Arum's stepson. He the one that's really running shit. He says we contacted TGP Promotions. We all know allegedly a subsidiary of PBC for Frank Martin, and we got the chicken guy, Frank Perdue, instead. Irritated duBoef said, we agreed to terms for this fight. We sent them a contract. Now the guy doesn't want to fight. These guys can talk all they want on social media and say this and that, and they'll whoop Shakur butt, but they don't want these fights. It's a disappointment for the sport. You get these guys chirping everywhere, talking smack, and then this guy gets an opportunity. He said he wanted. We sent a contract. We agreed, and he turns down seven figures. Give me a break. It's disappointing, but it's their issue, not mine. We'll figure some things out. Shakur will still fight. Why should he be punished? He will fight anyone, and everyone knows that. So he right. Why should he be punished? You know. So and it's unfortunate. It is super unfortunate. But was it something in the contract that Frank Martin and them didn't like? Because how can you agree to something and say don't want to do it? Was it a conversation they had with Derek James and then feel like it was a winnable fight? Did Al Heyman come back with a better option or plan and promise him something down the line? Because he made Ugas lead Terrence Crawford negotiations allegedly. You know, yeah, yeah. He made him lead Terrence Crawford negotiating, promised him a title shot, and he came through and got him a title shot. He came through and got him a title shot. So, um, but yeah, PBC tired of Top Rank getting down on them and beating them up. Now, some people say, well, maybe this Al Heyman paying back Errol Spence for the rematch for exercising the rematch when he didn't want to. And that could be the case. So I can't really speak on it, but that could be the case. That could be the case. But that's how they rocking. That's how they rocking. Shit. But it's a wicked world out here, y'all. Real wicked. And I just feel that I want to hear his side of the story. I know it may not matter what come out of his mouth for a lot of y'all, but this don't look good. This don't look good at all. But I'm do a live on it probably Monday. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification. Uh, Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me everywhere there. Peace.